Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'll talk about the Turkey-Syria earthquake. Much of the destruction and death from Monday's 7.8 magnitude earthquake in Turkey lies across the border in northern Syria, a region already ravaged by more than a decade of civil war, and the multitude of crises that have flowed from it. Syrian officials have already reported at least 656 people dead in government-held areas of the country, according to the Associated Press. In northwest Syria, a region held by rebels, aid groups operating there said at least 450 people died, with many hundreds injured. According to the AP, and as the death toll continues to rise, residents and aid groups in the country's northern region have described disastrous scenes of collapsed buildings, packed hospitals, desperate parents clutching unconscious children, and frantic rescue workers digging through the rubble. Since Syria's civil war began in 2011, unending disasters have beset this region of the country. Thousands of civilian deaths, extensive infrastructure damage, shortages of water and electricity, and spread of COVID-19 and cholera. The death toll from the devastating earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria on Monday has risen to at least 8,000 people, according to officials. The Syrian Civil Defense, known as the White Helmets, said on Tuesday that the death toll in rebel-held areas in northwest Syria rose to 1,220 and the number of injured people rose to 2,600. Today, hundreds of White Helmets spread throughout the opposition-controlled northwest, where they are allowed to work to rescue their fellow Syrians with a decade of muscle memory that they could compete with any career civil defense worker in the world. While airstrikes primarily battered opposition-controlled areas, this disaster has affected the entire country. Syria's war, however, has left the country deeply divided. With different authorities in control in different regions, millions of Syrian refugees live in southeastern Turkey. Even with recent tensions between Turkey and its NATO allies over Sweden's accession to the alliance, the European Union sprang into action. The European Union immediately mobilized search and rescue teams for Turkey, following its request to activate the EU Civil Protection Mechanism. However, few places are as isolated as opposition-controlled northwest Syria, which heavily depends on cross-border aid from Turkey and lacks international presence. Over 5 million people live in this territory, with 2/3 forcibly displaced, often multiple times from other parts of Syria. Today, thousands of them are homeless yet again after entire towns have been wiped out. The towns of Jindris near Afrin has been one of the most heavily affected. The aid response to the crisis in northern Syria will face many challenges in the coming days and months. While the Turkish military has stated that it will assist in the response in northwest Syria, the prioritization needs across the region and the heightened role of Turkey in aid efforts, considering its own need for support, could further impede aid and recovery efforts. All of this mess happened on February 6th, 2023. That's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.